Is there anyone out there other than me who would be willing to eliminate the vermin from the world? With the snap of my fingers, I will purge this earth of all mono red players.
Dude, I was so ready for bans to happen. This is the ban list. March 31st, 2025. Standard, no changes. Pioneer, no changes. Modern, Underworld Breach. I don't play Modern, so I don't really care much about that. Legacy, Vintage, Pauper, some stuff there. Alchemy, no changes. Explorer, no changes. Historic, no changes. Timeless, no changes. Brawl, no changes. Oh my gosh. I am really surprised, especially with kind of the spoiler of Monstrous Rage being unable to be crafted. Like someone tried to buy a skin for it or something. Geez, Standard is flourishing, and Standard is flourishing, dude. Oh my god, what is going on? What are you kidding me? Standard is flourishing, and there are no changes to the format with this announcement. Our approach to Standard ban and restricted updates remains unchanged. We are committed to leaving the format as untouched as possible from one rotation to the next. When is the next rotation? Banning cards only if something's truly problematic, like, I don't know, free double strike every turn, to the health of the format emerges. Once a year right before rotation, we'll consider more nuanced changes with the goal of making the format as fun and dynamic as possible for the duration of the next rotation cycle. We aren't to that once a year moment yet. When is that coming? Both Tarkir Dragonstorm and Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy will have a chance to make their mark on Standard. Are they gonna? Is there a card that's gonna change the double strike mouse? Like, if not, like, it doesn't matter. Oh my gosh! Before the format rotates with Edge of Eternities, Standard was on display at Pro Tour Aetherdrift, which showcased a rich and diverse metagame. It was like all Beanstalk and Gruul, and like some picks. I mean, to be fair, there were other decks. Like there was Oculus, and there was some Azorius Control, but Jeez, I mean, the top 8 was mostly Beanstalk, right? The big 3 of Standard have clearly been identified, with Gruul Mice, Esper Pixie, and Domain Overlords being the most popular strategies. Yes, despite the definition at the top of the metagame, those 3 decks represented only half the field, and the other half was wide open. There's a chance for success with almost any style of deck imaginable right now in Standard. That is not true, which is very cool to see. Domain Overlords ended up taking out the Pro Tour and looking dominant all weekend, but since then, it has seen its win rate slowly decline as the metagame adjusts. I am surprised to hear that. Geez, maybe in Best of 3 you might feel that way. And Best of 1 is the most narrow it has ever been. With Mono Red Aggro and Omniscience in the available decks that are really good, it's so incredibly narrow, because if you're not faster than either of those 2 decks, it's almost not worth playing. And in order to beat Mono Red Aggro, you have to play like 20 removal spells, which makes your matchup really bad against Omniscience. And you can't play counter spells because counter spells are bad against red. So you can't play any mid-range decks, and even control decks, you can go turn 1 removal, turn 2 removal, turn 3 removal, and still lose to Mono Red. So I think Best of 1 Standard is the most narrow it has ever been by a wide margin. And maybe they don't care about that. Maybe they just care about Best of 3 Standard, but we've seen Leyline of Resonance get banned in Best of 1 Standard, so I am surprised to see this. One of the most exciting aspects of this Standard format is the degree to which it continues to evolve. I guarantee Best of 1 Standard is not going to evolve. Even between set releases, the self-bound strategy, synergy decks featuring Nurturing Pixie and Are This Talent Big Enough are a well-known pillar of Standard now, but weren't popular until over a month after the release of Foundations, despite the fact that the shell of this deck exists in the format ever since the release of Duskmourn House of Horror. Sure. With Tarkir Dragonstorm and Final Fantasy on the horizon, it's going to be fascinating to watch the journey of this Standard format. I'm very excited to see what players do with these cards and what new decks and strategies emerge. I will be excited to see that too. I hope there is a new strategy that competes with Mono Red Mice and all its variants. Pioneer, I'm not going to read that. Modern, I'm not really going to read that. I think that's pretty much all I care about. I'm not really interested. I could look at Alchemy, but damn, dude. Did not expect that. I had a whole speech. I was going to talk about how you could, tweak your mono red deck post-ban. I was going to talk about win rates of different cards you could sub in. I was going to talk about, if Beanstalk was gone or even This Town was gone, how you could tweak your deck. You could try like Caretaker's Talent or stock up to kind of reinvigorate Zur without Beanstalk. But nope, I will throw that script out the window. No mother effing bans. I guess this means I will be continuing with my anime series because they didn't do jack shit, which is okay because I've having a fun time working on that. Jesus. Shameless plug. If you like anime or Seto Kaiba or Yu-Gi-Oh, I made so far a 3-part series where I play that character. If you at all like that style, you will love what I've done with it. It's very cute and fun. But boy, this was not what I expected at all. So, okay. All right. Well, let's look forward to Dragon whatever Tarkir. I haven't looked at any of those cards yet, so I'll be probably looking at them today, and tomorrow I'll make a set release for you guys. And then the early access event, I think, is Tuesday or Wednesday. It's April 2nd. I think that's got to be Wednesday, so look out for that. But damn, hot damn, I did not expect this. This is too bad, especially in Best of One Standard. With Mono Red Aggro and Omniscience vastly narrowing the possible decks you could ever run, that's quite disappointing. The Best of 3, I think, will survive, but Best of 1, I think, is just so incredibly narrow right now. So, whew, that hits like a truck, dude. All right, I will see you guys in the next one. I released a sealed video earlier today, doing a qualifier play-in run, and I'll try to put out a standard video later today. But there's no new cards, so I don't know what I'm gonna do. Have a great day. Like and subscribe. Leave your comments, and I will see you in the next one.